Let's talk American politics now. Let's bring in Kosha Gada, Sky News contributor. Kosha, great to see you again. What has Tulsi Gabbard, who is the Director of National Intelligence, what she's accused the former Obama administration of doing? A coup?
Yes, great to be with you, Steve. So this is pretty historic news, but I would say it's the beginnings of what could be historic rather than the release itself in terms of what kind of accountability is received because of it or is effectuated because of it. This is all about, what's been now in the moniker been known as Russiagate or the Russia collusion hoax or Trump colluding with Russia, that whole thing that has been largely discredited. And it led to the Mueller investigation and all sorts of other things that ended up doing nothing. And Trump obviously has been reelected in a landslide victory. However, the American people feel like that the accountability for that and a true proper investigation for that has never quite been had, even though other actors like Devin Nunes and John Ratcliffe and others have talked about it. She now in her role for the last 6 months has gone in there and done sort of a forensic audit of what kind of steps led to that foundational report that led the Obama administration into believing that there is collusion with Russia and that they quote unquote hacked the US election in 2016. And she's basically released over 100 documents that detail that there was no intelligence that was saying that was the case until December, right after President-elect Trump won the election. And then suddenly they did a U-turn and created this intelligence allegedly that led to the groundswell of everything else that happened from that. So this is a big deal if it leads to indictments and arrests of people, maybe not Obama, but others in his orbit, Clapper, Brennan, etc. But that will sit with the DOJ, Pam Bondi, and it remains to be seen if that happens.
Democrats aside, I mean, how populous is former President Obama still in the States?
He is popular, and that is one of many reasons why people believe he is untouchable, even if these allegations are true. And how much was he personally involved in it? Obviously, none of that has been litigated. It would be a big deal to go after any president, including him. The issue is the Rubicon has been crossed in the way in which they went after Trump, from raiding his home and indicting him and arresting him for all sorts of things. But I don't think that's going to happen. It's more other people that are not exactly sympathetic figures around him, like the head of the CIA under him, John Brennan, or the head of DNI, James Clapper, James Comey of the FBI. These people are not exactly sympathetic figures, and it'll be very interesting if Tulsi Gabbard's release today is the first step towards seeing some kind of accountability in terms of indictments. But a lot of people are not holding their breath because it's been 8 years now since that, and nothing has really happened.
Speaking of the Democrats, what's the Minnesota branch up to? They've endorsed a Democrat socialist and far-left candidate, Omar Fatah. What do we know about him?
Yeah, so this is from Minnesota, of course, which was the springboard for the infamous 2020 riots and the Black Lives Matter movement and all the rest of it. He is being endorsed. He's another socialist. He was born in D.C., but he's of Somalian heritage. And he just feels like he's cut from a similar cloth as Mamdani from New York. And if you look around the world, the mayor of London, the mayor of Rotterdam, the mayor of Calgary are all sort of similar people with very left-wing socialist proclivities. And they come from backgrounds that are probably not representative of the majority of these cities that they're presiding over. He hasn't won. Of course, the election is in November, and he's going up against the incumbent, who was somebody who famously cried crocodile tears during Black Lives Matter. Jacob Fry is his name, and did a lot of pandering to this group. And I think the lesson here is pandering will only take you so far, because now he's potentially being challenged by somebody that is much more to the left of him, and everything that he did is not necessarily serving him very well for his re-election bid.
Yeah, it's not going to go well for them. Kosha, appreciate your time. I'll talk to you again next Monday night.